Now Rutgers takes a 7-3 team lead.
And now 197 pounds for Rutgers. We see Hayden Rymack headed out there going against Jake Mason-Gale.
Yeah, Mason-Gale won by sudden decision Sunday against Purdue, but he lost those last two duels before Sunday, so getting back on the right track. This should be an interesting matchup. Jake Mason-Gale 2-5 in the Big Ten. Rymack just 3-3.
And interesting to see how Rymack comes out early. For much of the season, he's been forced to wear a very big black protective mask over his face. Think Batman-esque. After he broke his nose earlier in the season, broke it in 3 different places on January 29th. Didn't stop him from wrestling. Wrestled 5 out of the next 6 matches. But he said that it really had a big effect on him, particularly impeding his vision. He has 20/20 vision here tonight, so we're going to see how much better he looks early on, how much more comfortable he looks.
Yeah, midweek he tweeted, "No more mask for me." So hopefully, or I guess we will see how it affects him without the mask and what he can do tonight against Mason-Gale.
Rymack, the senior from Point Pleasant, New Jersey, 13-9, 3-1 in the Big Ten, trying to push his career record over the 500 mark hump, 52-52 in 104 career matches.
And neither of these wrestlers are ranked, so should be a decent one here. Not too much to separate the two thus far.
Mason-Gale 9-15 coming into tonight, 3-5 in the Big Ten. Did win his matchup against Purdue. The redshirt sophomore from Indianapolis. Neither wrestlers got themselves onto the scoreboard just yet. A minute and a half here into the first period of the 197-pound bout. Rutgers leads the scoreboard 7-3 right now. Won 2 out of the first 3 bouts. So we see Rymack holding on to that right leg, and Mason-Gale able to get back up.
I don't know if it's normal like this, but it looks like the hair of Rymack really getting into his face. I don't know if how that affects him or not.
Well, maybe just used to something impeding his vision. I'm not sure. He did have success in those five matches that he did wrestle with the mask on, but he said it wasn't only just impeding his vision from the start. It was something that his opponents would take advantage of. As we see both wrestlers fall out of bounds. It was something his opponents would take advantage of. They would bop him on the head a few times, make sure that mask would come down a little bit more in his line of sight.
Yeah, and now without it, he has that full 20/20 vision back, like you said. And back on Sunday, senior night in Piscataway, New Jersey, couldn't get the decision over his opponent from Michigan. Now here we go, a little action.
And 2 points rewarded on the takedown for Mason-Gale. So a 2-0 lead, 21 seconds. Now he starts to rack up a little bit of riding time for the first time. Getting just over 10 seconds, as we just have just over 10 seconds remaining in the first period.
Yeah, that was another late move in the period for Indiana to grab some points. It's kind of been the storyline thus far tonight.
Yeah, Indiana with a pair of escape points as the clock was winding down at the end of a few periods, and now a takedown late here in the first period of the 197-pound bout. So we see the coin flip. And we're in referee's position. We'll see Rymack on the bottom, Mason-Gale up top.
See if Rymack can get an escape point here.
Now the riding time over 30 seconds, but a nice counter, a spin, and he grabs the right leg of Mason-Gale. And Mason-Gale just trying to hop his way out of bounds. In that case, gets back inside the mat. And escape point rewarded to Hayden Rymack after all that. Now 39 seconds of riding time. We'll keep an eye on that.
I think this is another one that could come down to the wire like it did in that Nate Jackson in the 174 against Bakukas.
Now a minute and a half remaining in this second period. I mentioned Rutgers here on Indiana's senior day, coming off their own senior day loss, led 16-10 with 3 matches remaining. As after 174-pounder Phil Bukakis pinned, they lost 3 straight matches. After Bukauskas match. We'll see how they bounce back this time.
Yeah, one of those losses was against Billy Smith, who was coming up next against Garrett Goldman. Billy Smith, number 13 in the country, so could be interesting to see how they all kind of respond right now.
And 50 seconds remaining in the second period. So we see Rymack take Mason Gale to the mat. Still no points rewarded. Now back up top, it's Mason Gale. Getting some leverage, he grabs the leg and he wants the takedown. He's gonna get it! 2-point takedown, the nice counter move by Mason Gale. 4-1 lead here in the second period as it begins to wind down, and now he's racking up even more riding time. Could get to surpass a minute before the second period ends. He's surpassing 55 seconds now, so we're under 10 seconds left here in the second period.
Yeah, this is a big duel between these two right now. Indiana trying to get back in the team score, and that's the end of the second period.
And a pretty takedown there by Mason Gale gives him a 4-1 lead over Rymack. Headed into the third period as Indiana tries to dig into this Rutgers 4-point edge. Referee's position. Indiana on the bottom, Rutgers on top. So we see a nice takedown here. Grabs the right leg and then takes him to the mat.
Yeah, that was a big-time move there by Mason Gale. Now we'll see kind of what the mindset of both these two are in this third period, as Rymack needs some points, and Mason Gale is trying to hold him off right now.
And now the riding time decreasing there under a minute as Mason Gale just tries to pick up an escape point. Seems like he may be trying to crawl his way out of bounds so he can get back into referee's position. And his riding time, which was just over a minute 5, now crawling under 30 seconds. As Mason Gale trapped under the weight.
Yeah, this one going to be another close one, as Mason Gale just has a 4-3 advantage after that. Those 2 points.
And riding time will no longer make the difference. A minute 08 here left in the third period. Rymack, or rather Mason Gale, still with a chance to pick up that escape point, but not if Rymack has anything to say about it. We're now under a minute left here in the third period. Now the riding time goes in favor of Rymack. And now both wrestlers back to the center, so a 9-second edge there. He won't be able to get the minute edge he would need for an extra point. So back to referee's position. An escape point could be would be big here for Mason Gale, giving him a 2-point edge.
Yeah, Rymack, that was a good move there, getting those 2 points, getting back in this duel. And now we'll see if Mason Gale can hold on here, just up 1.
And both wrestlers fall out of bounds. Nearly a takedown for Rymack, but they were out of bounds before he was taken to the mat. Back to referee's position once more. 39 seconds left in the third period. So Mason Gale trying to get the win by decision right now. Doing everything he can to pick up an escape point and extend his lead. Rymack doing an excellent job looking for his 53rd career win.
Trying to cut those elbows down.
Goldman pleading with his wrestler to get out from under Rymack. 13 seconds left in the third period.
It's going to come down to the wire again.
2 top 25 teams going at it. And finally, a one point rewarded for Hayden Rymack, so they'll wrestle for an extra period.
Yeah, Mason Gale, this is second sudden decision second overtime period in a row, sudden decision.
And so 1 minute back on the clock. 4-4. Both these wrestlers looking for the win by decision. Rymack nearly with a takedown there. Rutgers bench getting excited. They thought they had it in the bag. 45 seconds to go. Here in the sudden decision. Rymack grabbed the left leg. No points awarded yet. And Mason Gale able to get back up on his feet. Now 2 points awarded for the takedown.
that could be a big moment in this match as now Rutgers goes up 10-3. Mason Gale fought to the very end. Tough decision for him, and now